muscle your way in by making the Stephen Harper feel bad, essentially.
It's probably a wake-up call to actually have a look at it. The demands, the requests are still unknown and unclear, but it's probably the right time to actually sit down and chat with those folks and see what all this is all about.
Well, I mean, I've got a little bit of experience with working with some communities that are nothing like the people who are leading the Idle No More, and it seems to me like those are the more successful First Nations communities. So from that perspective, you've got to ask why it is the least successful communities seem to be the ones leading the charge on this. Is it on one side, is it that they're going to make progress by doing this, or on the other side, is it not really doing anything well? I tend to lean more on the side it's not really doing anything, because the more successful communities I've seen, they really are underrepresented in media, underrepresented in this movement, just aren't really involved in it. And they never have been. They never protested to get wealth. They worked and they got jobs and they invested and they did lots of things, and that totally changed the environment. So I'm not sure I'm too big of a supporter of that a little more, but yeah.
You know, what's going on in education is a national crime in terms of funding of First Nations people. It's a national crime. I think it's helped. I think that two things have really done well for the Idle No More movement. The first thing I think that's done well for them is that their goal is to raise awareness and to get young people motivated to look at changes, and to look at changes not through courts and institutions, you know, very slowly changing policy, but to say, let's have high-level discussions about, you know, all of these, you know, things that we think we were promised and we think that you're not giving us. And I think that they've done well. And I think the second thing that they've done really well is very clearly distancing themselves from people who are trying to use the movement to do things that aren't within that goal, within that set of goals. You know, they've distanced themselves from people who are, you know, blockading rail and all that are being called Idle No More protesters, but aren't really, because their goal has always been completely peaceful and non-confrontational. And so I think that they're going about it in the right way, and I think that it's done a good job for them so far.
I feel like it's interesting, and it's current, and it's grabbing people, and that's something to be said right there.